Hi, ladies. Hello, hello. Welcome to another video and welcome to module 2 and welcome to the beginning of week 3. If you can believe it, we are in week 3 of your program. Literally, how time flies. Come on in, ladies, and say hello in the comments so that I know that you're here and we can get started. I love, love, love module 2. I think out of all the modules that you get between level 1 and level 2, this module 2, and module 7, which is in level 2, where we talk about relationships and communication in relationships, are my favorite modules. So we'll see what you think. But this is absolutely my favorite module because the energetic cleanse that you get with this module is phenomenal. We're going to get a physical cleanse in 2 weeks when we start your liver cleanse that you all are so excited for, I know. But with this work in the next 2 weeks, oh my gosh, the energetic release that happens, the sort of the spaciousness that happens when you declutter your home, the releasing and the opening up of clogged voids, clogged energy that you have all around you. We never associate low energy, or very rarely, unless you've been introduced to this, we never associate low energy, lethargy, like not being able to concentrate. We don't ever relate that one of the things that could be causing that is our environment. Like, are you living in an environment that is conducive to your daily energy, or is it taking and sucking away at your daily energy? It's a mix of things, right? We know it's the things that you eat. We know it's a kind of, are you putting energetic foods in your body, or are you putting dead foods in your body? Are you thinking energetic thoughts? Are you thinking things and you're creating new beliefs that create a different future for yourself? But are you also sitting every day in an environment that's stagnant, or an environment that you walk into and it just uplifts you? So there's so many different pieces to this, and we're getting to each one of those pieces. So this week, that's what we're going to focus on for the next 2 weeks, is creating energetically the space around you to support you in all of the internal emotional work that you're doing, and to support you when we get to the liver cleanse in a couple of weeks. All right. So just to recap, those of you who still don't have a solid goal, please reach out to me. The idea of the goal is not to stress you out. It's not to make you feel like you just don't know what to think about and you don't know what to do. The idea of the goal is, this is the emotional expansion here, right? The way you're going to get out of the box in your head. It's not about you're going to wake up tomorrow and this goal is going to be a reality. It's about the process of allowing yourself to have a goal that seems ridiculous. And right now, some of you are still having a problem with that. Some of you are feeling really stuck around just having an idea. I'm not telling you, go and resign from the job that you hate today. I'm not telling you go and start traveling the world tomorrow and don't worry about your kids. I'm just telling you, entertain the idea. Don't just right away, as soon as you get the intuition, as soon as you get this little internal flare, as we call it, right? Like a little tiny flame, just snub it out before it's even started. But that's unfortunately where all the programming is, right? That if it's something not realistic, if it's something that nobody's ever done before, if it just seems like it's too much, if like it doesn't make any sense, like all the how-tos for it are too complicated, we just dismiss it as not possible. And this is not your fault. This is because over time, as women, humans really, but women especially, we get programmed and we just sort of get, what's that word? Pigeonholed into this way of believing that, well, if I don't actually see proof for it, then I don't know that this can happen. And we just forget. You just forget that you are allowed to have faith, and you're allowed to have belief, and you're allowed to have a dream, regardless of how ridiculous it is. So this is what I want you to do. Just allow yourself to have this dream. Some of you will notice Rania Hagras shared her bicycle tour. She put a photo. If you haven't seen it, scroll down. I'm going to introduce Rania Hagras and Rasha Abdul Karim, actually, because those two ladies are not new to my programs. Those two ladies are actually currently in my level 3 mastermind. So they have been working with me. They did finish level 1, they finished level 2. They've been in the level 3 mastermind for a year. This is their second year now. We just started the second year of the mastermind that they're with me. And this is just to show you to what extent this is a journey and it's ongoing. And every time you fulfill a goal and you reach yourself and you see yourself at a new level, it's going to be time to go to another level and to a new height and to a new experience and to a new way of thinking and being. So if you go back and read Ranya's post, she just finished going on a cycling tour with her brother. And in her post, she talks about that she put that on her vision board when she first did this program 5 years ago. It was on her vision board. And like everything else, it seemed ridiculous and it seemed like there's no way. And she's a busy working mom. She has 3 sons and she has a husband. And she lives in a country and her brother lives in another country. Ended up going to a third country to do their cycling tour. And it's just heartwarming and just proof of if there's something that you believe in, it's not about the result. The belief is not about you having the result today. The belief is about the process that's going to get you there. And the belief is about opening yourself up and being a visionary. A lot of what we all do now, and where most of you are now, which is very normal, is you're basing what you can do on the past. You're sort of being a historian versus being a visionary. So if it's not something that you were able to do in the past, or you haven't seen proof of being done in the past, you don't see the point in thinking about it for the future. But that's misses the whole point, because belief is about being a visionary. Belief is about seeing yourself in a new way. If you continue to see yourself in the old way and you try to move forward with your old programming, it's not going to work. It's sort of like, you know how we keep getting all the updates on our phones and you have to update the phone for the phone to work properly? It's the same thing. So you have to start updating your thoughts and updating your beliefs. And that's why we do the thought model, because it's not a switch you're going to turn on. So the belief is not about switching, right? I'm going to do this and it's going to be wonderful and it's going to be great and my life is going to change. It doesn't work that way. It takes the daily effort of belief, of the daily mental exercise of doing a thought model, the daily mental exercise of doing your mindset reframe. That's why I tag you every day. I want you to do this every day, because it's just like a workout. It needs to be done every day in order for you to strengthen this belief muscle that has been squashed by our lives, by society, by what's right, what's wrong, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, all of those things, all of that conditioning. I want you to start believing, because the results are in the belief. And the belief is about generating something new for yourself and not thinking it's ridiculous and not thinking, what are people going to think of me? And not thinking, is it even possible or not? That's not the point of the exercise. The point is for you to just simply allow yourself to think. So if you're still in that space of not feeling confined, like you, or confused, of not being able to, you're going to stay confused. So you're going to stay where you are because you keep talking yourself into it. So if you keep telling yourself, I'm confused, you're always going to be confused. If you keep telling yourself, I'm stuck, you're always going to be stuck. But you can't be stuck literally. Stuck means, are your feet buried in cement? That's the only way that you're stuck. Literally stuck. And you can't move. So instead of telling yourself that you're stuck, open yourself up. It's scary. It's scary when you start to open yourself up in that way. It's scary when you start to allow yourself the space and the time to think things that we've been conditioned are not realistic to think. To give yourself time to take care of yourself when you've conditioned that as a mother and as a wife and as a daughter and a sister and a friend, blah, 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 you're at the end of this list. That it's wrong for you to prioritize yourself when your kids are sick or your parents are not well or somebody needs your help or you need to be somewhere else. You're going to wait and finish all of that first. And when and if you have some extra energy, you're going to take care of yourself. And guess what? There's never extra energy. There will never be extra energy or extra time for yourself. It's something you have to create for yourself, because eventually all of these people that you love and all of these people who depend on you, you will not be able to take care of them in the way that you want to. You are going to reach a point of being so depleted, whether physically or emotionally or mentally, that that need for you to give won't happen. You won't be able to do it. You can't give when you're empty on the inside. So allow yourself the time, allow yourself the space. And with this module, tackling your physical space, believe it or not, is part of the way you open yourself up. Nutritionally, when we remove the toxins, everything lights up in your head, because you get rid of the brain fog, you get rid of the lack of concentration, your energy increases. But what you're going to do in the next 2 weeks is clear your physical energy. And don't take this module as insignificant. Don't look at it as like, I didn't sign up for this. I want to lose weight, right? I want to just get rid of I want to sleep better. How is this going to help me sleep better? Here's how. When you walk into your house and you walk into, whether it's your living room, whether it's your bedroom, whether it's your kitchen, and it's cluttered, and you have a hard time finding things because things are not where they are easy to find, or you open a closet and everything is a mess and everything is about to fall on you, that takes away from your energy. That makes you tired, believe it or not, after already having a really tiring day. When you need to constantly be looking for something, that takes away from your focus. Instead of opening a drawer and knowing exactly what's in it and taking exactly what you need, you have to think harder and you have to think longer. And when you have too many things that you're afraid to let go of, that does a couple of things. One, it's a sign that you have generally a hard time letting go of things, which keeps you in your mind stuck. And when you have things that are just taking up space in your closets or taking up space in your home, and those are things that you don't love and you don't need, but you're just afraid of letting go of, they're filling up spaces that could be potential opportunities, whether opportunities for goodness to come into your house and your life, whether that's opportunities for abundance, whether that's opportunities for a different kind of life. It blocks the energy in your home. And I walk you through this in the module. So if you haven't read the module yet, that's all right. Go back and read it and see what the instructions are, see what the explanation is, and you'll understand. Clutter blocks energy in your home. It blocks abundance from coming into your home. It blocks goodness from flowing through your home. If things are messy and untidy and, sort of, if you open your drawer, like your night table drawer, and things are like jumbled up in a mess, in a knot, that means there's going to be other areas in your life that are knotted and messy and not easy to untangle. So this exercise is key. It's also meant to be lighthearted and fun. You have 2 weeks to complete it. Part of the fun is that you're all going to take before photos of all of your spaces. And this is not, that this group is not a place where we judge or make fun of or say, oh my God, look at her dirty, messy closet, or look at her messy kitchen. It happens to all of us. We all have messy rooms. We all have messy kitchens. We all have unorganized cupboards. That's not the point. The point is for you to see your progress. The point is for you to see, oh my gosh, here's what it looked like before and here's what it looks like after. And then to tap into your feeling of having made that change. Energetically, how does that make you feel? So have fun with this. Focus on your spaces first, because I know some of you are going to come to me and say, well, my husband's closet is a mess. My kids' bedroom and their cupboards are a mess, but they don't want me to go into their room. They don't want me to touch their things. Fair. That's fair. It's their stuff. So I want you to focus on your things first. Your cupboards, your closets, your drawers, your part of the bathroom. You're the one who's in charge of the kitchen, the common spaces where you sit. If, your husband doesn't want you to come in near his stuff, then don't. Your kids don't want you to come in near their stuff, then don't. You're going to keep those doors closed. You're going to focus on the spaces that affect you, or the spaces that you interact with on a day-to-day basis. And then you're going to share your after photos with us. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. This is just a lot of fun. The other thing you're going to do is, in order to maintain this, right? In order to, because I don't know if I said this in the instructional video or not, I don't remember, but if you've ever heard Oprah Winfrey say, when you walk into your house should stand up and greet you. Your house should be this space where you feel comfortable, where you feel relaxed, where you feel inspired, where you love to come home. So ask yourself those questions. Does your house currently feel that way or not? And what can you do to slowly make it feel that way? Because especially if you're a stay-at-home mom, and this is where you spend a lot of time, it's going to suck the energy out of you. There's not going to be any inspiration. You're going to feel more holed in than you might be already feeling. So you want to create a space that is inviting and that's inspiring. So have fun with it. That's the bulk of the next 2 weeks. The other two pieces of this week's module are your skincare and tracking your period. So skin, just like the toxins that we get from our food, things that we eat, things that we drink, oh my gosh, the amount of toxins and chemicals that we ingest through our skin. And as women, we love our products. We love our products. We love our morning routine. We love our evening routine and any kind of routine in between, right? The rituals of, washing your hair, the smells, the experience, the lotions and the potions, all of it. So we're not taking that away. We're just going to replace the products that you use. So you're still going to clean your face morning and night. You're still going to take a shower, obviously. But instead of using all the conventional products that have, I think that the research said that on average, a woman between her morning and evening routine and shower and all of this, between all of those products that she uses every single day, you end up with something like 120 chemicals, different chemicals that you put on your body, which then your liver has to filter. That's a lot of chemicals. So it's not about not cleaning your face and feeling pretty. It's not about a self-care ritual. It's about just replacing the products. So I give you exactly what you need to do in the module. Depending on your skin type, you're going to get the oil that you need for cleansing. In the module, I show you a video of exactly how to clean your face using the oil cleansing method. You will use it morning and night, and then you don't need anything else. So it's not like you're going to clean your face with oil and then go get your other products that you used to use and apply those products on top. No, those products are gone. You can give them away. You can throw them out. You can do whatever you want with them. Starting today, or when you start this routine, it's just the oils. You clean your face with the oil and that's it. You do nothing else. You just clean your face with the oil because the oil stays and it nurtures. Depending on the kind of complexion that you have, you're going to choose which one works best for you. And that's it. You're going to see that your face is going to go through a detox process. The same way that when we start to do the detoxing physically, your body's going to go through withdrawal symptoms. Your skin is going to go through withdrawal symptoms also. So don't panic if you see your skin break out, if you see your skin start to release, because what you're doing when you remove all the conventional products, if you recall in the 9-day class, I told you that all the products, all of them, from the ones you buy at the drugstores to the most expensive ones you buy in the most expensive department stores and boutiques, all of them contain something called petrochemicals. Petrochemicals come from like petroleum jelly. So think of Vaseline, think of how it's gooey and how if you put it, it sort of forms a barrier on your skin. All of these products contain petrochemicals, which means that anytime you apply those products on your skin, you are literally applying a barrier between your skin and the air. And your skin is a breathable organ. It needs to breathe. So as soon as you remove that barrier and the skin starts to breathe again, it's natural that all the trapped toxins underneath your skin might break through and come out. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong. It doesn't mean that the oils are not working or the oils are harming your face and, oh my gosh, I have to go back to my other products. It just literally means that finally your skin is able to breathe and cleanse. So trust the process, be patient with it, wait for it, because it could take, it took me 6 months. It took me but I had acne. So I was an extreme case. I had huge cystic acne. When I finally let go of all the conventional products and just used oil, it took 6 months of my acne flaring up, getting the worst it's ever been, and then calming down. And now this is my face now. No makeup, nothing. I put nothing on my face, no acne. And I've been using just oils for 9 years. So be patient. Everything takes time. And then finally, you're going to track your menstrual cycle, because we're going to start the nutrition plan in 2 weeks. And once you start the nutrition plan, once you start cleaning your liver, you're going to start to see your symptoms reverse and disappear. I want you to start keeping track of that. You're not going to remember. I promise you're not going to remember. So you need to track it. So you say, like, right, on day 1, this is what I feel. And day 2, this is what I feel. Just mark them. You're going to see the tracker in the module. So don't get confused if you don't understand what I'm talking about. You want to track a whole month so that you can see when the next month after you start changing your food, what happens. And then the 3rd month after you start changing your food even more, what happens. Typically what happens if you have strong symptoms during your cycle. So let's say you're somebody who has the period cramps, or you have the horrible PMS, or you have the cravings, or you have the headaches. It could take anywhere between 3 to 6 cycles, so months basically, for you to start to see changes. And the same way that your skin goes through a process where it gets worse and then it gets better, and then your body generally goes through a process where it gets worse before it gets better, you might find that your symptoms, the ones related to your period, might also get worse before they get better. Doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong, but we do need to start tracking it, because no matter how much you think you're going to remember, oh, on day 5, this is what I feel. Oh, on day 14, this is what I feel. You will never remember, and you will never be able to then track your progress, which is so key. As a reinforcer of your new beliefs that you're healing, you want to see that, be able to track the symptoms and when they start to disappear, because then also as you go through this journey, because it's 100% natural, you're going to backtrack. At some point, you're going to go and have a pizza. You're going to go and have a burger. You're going to go and you're going to have a chocolate. And you want to see if then that triggers something that already disappeared. This is important information. It's just data. So you want to be able to track that, right? When I eat, like with me, when I have red meat is when I get a night sweat. I finally went and had pasta here in Milan like 10 days ago. The day I had pasta, I had a night sweat. You want to be able to make those correlations so that even when you choose to go and have the food that's not optimally healthy, you're prepared. And you know, right, okay, tonight I'm going to have a night sweat, no problem. It's a very different feeling. It comes from a very different place of empowerment when you know what's going to happen to your body versus your body having all these symptoms and you have no idea why it's happening. So start to track it for all of those reasons. All right, ladies. So if you haven't finished your goal, please reach out to me if you need help. If you haven't finished your vision board, so the vision board should be the culmination of the goal and the circle of life and your new belief for yourself and just how you see, how you dream about your life. Again, it's supposed to be something super fun. Once you're finished with it, share it with us on the group, and then make sure that you put it someplace where you can see it every day. So there's no point in making a vision board that you don't get to see, literally envision it on a daily basis. So put it somewhere that you can see it every day, whether you've created a physical board or whether you're going to create a screensaver. Make sure you see it every day. And go back and read Rania Hagras's post about why that's also super important and how that made, that part of her vision board 5 years ago come true, just being able to see it all the time. All right. Let me know if you have any questions, ladies. We are going to, just to give you a heads up what's happening in the next few weeks. So these 2 weeks are the decluttering. That's the bulk of what we're doing these 2 weeks, along with skincare. Skincare is also it's so key for us as we get older. I know a lot of women look to Botox, look to fillers, look to something as our face starts to change. It's going to shift and change. We are getting older. But one thing I've been doing for about the past year on and off is something called face yoga. Because the muscles on your face, believe it or not, just like the muscles on your body, they need to be worked out in a certain way so that they don't sag, so that they don't feel floppy. So I'm going to put the dates for this. I don't remember the exact date. I think November 17th, there is a face yoga teacher in Cairo. Her name is May. She is going to come in and she's going to walk us through a 1-hour face yoga session, all of us together. So I'm super excited for that. And then Module 3 is when we get into all the nutrition and the detoxing and all of that. Module 4 is when we reintroduce exercise and the right kind of exercise for when your hormones are imbalanced. And a friend of mine who is a yoga teacher specialized in yoga for hormonal balance and imbalance. She's also going to be coming in. These are all going to happen during our Monday videos, so don't worry, it's always on a Monday. She's going to be coming in. She actually lives in Singapore. She's going to stream with us live, and she's going to walk us through a specific yoga practice to balance your hormones. So I'm super excited about those two things happening by the time we wrap up level 1. That will bring us to the beginning of December, by which time, you will have seen a difference in your energy, in your mood, in your weight, in your symptoms, in your skin, in everything. We'll take a break, and then we're going to start level 2 in January. All right, this just to give you a broad strokes heads up of what's coming up for us. So as usual, thank you for those of you who will make yourselves visible to me. Thank you for showing up even when it feels uncomfortable, whether you do that on the group or whether you do that in an email, whether you do that, privately with me. Keep the conversation going. If you have not reached out to me at all, and there's a couple of you here that haven't reached out to me at all, there's a couple of you I have messaged you and I'm not really getting any kind of engagement. I just want to remind you, it's not too late. If you feel like you haven't started and you just feel like time is like speeding by, and it's every time you feel like starting, it's even more late to start. It's not too late to start. Reach out to me, because that's what I'm here for. I can help you see your blind spots or where's the glitch that's getting in your way of starting. Basically, reach out to me so that I can help you. I can't help you if you don't tell me what's going on. If you don't tell me where your thought process is, where you are feeling stuck, for lack of a better word. Keep practicing the thought models. Thought models are your new best friend to getting unstuck, right? Whenever you have a thought about something and you realize that it's giving you the result that you don't want, get back to the drawing board. Do a 5-minute thought model in the morning and keep yourself in the process. Keep yourself engaged. That's how transformation happens. It's going to feel awkward. Maybe it feels really awkward right now. It's going to feel like you're doing something against your nature. You're going to feel the resistance come up. I want to keep telling you over and over and over again that is normal, because you are forcing your brain, your critter brain, who just wants to keep you locked up and safe in a box and sitting on the couch and not moving. You're forcing it to make changes, and you're forcing it to shift, and you're giving it completely different instructions than you've given it for the past 40 years. And it's panicking, and it's going to do everything in its power to keep you exactly where you are. So don't let it. You have the tools, you have the journaling, you have the mindset reframe, you have the thought model, you have this group, you have me, you have the support. You're working on your belief, you're working on your vision. It takes time and it takes practice. You're not going to see the result today or tomorrow or in 3 weeks. It takes time. You see little tiny bits of change, little tiny bits of results, but what's going to keep you going are the daily practices and the tools and your belief. If you want something new, you need to generate something new, and we generate something new by generating new beliefs about ourselves. All right, ladies, anybody have a question for me today? So you keep doing the morning routine, right? Not just because we've changed and we've gone into something else in module 2, do you stop it and then you just focus on module 2? What we did in module 1, you keep doing forever, for life. That morning practice is something that you just keep doing. What we're doing it's slightly easier, I believe, what we're doing in module 2, in that it's not a lot of brain power. It's like, right, get down to work, organize kind of energy, but it's equally as important. No questions for me today, ladies? Everybody, every single one of you has before photos of her house, which is photos of your house right now. As it stands right now, you have photos of your closets, you have photos of your bathrooms, you have photos of your kitchen cabinets, you have photos of all of you have photos to share today. All the before photos. There's no shame here and there's no embarrassment. Share them all. And as you go through one space after another, share with us the after photos. All right? No questions at all today, ladies? Nothing? Okay. All righty. Are you excited about decluttering your houses? There's also the household management schedule in there. because we think as women we need to be cooking and cleaning and ironing and cooking, cleaning and ironing and cooking, cleaning, laundry, ironing like all the time. We don't. And I give you a organizing schedule in there also to help make your life easier and more effective. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, hang on, because I'm not seeing. Let me just refresh my page and see who's here. Some of you are here. You are here and you're posting. I'm just not seeing it. 1 second. Okay. Yasmin, I'm still getting the thought model. Yes, you keep doing it. There is a lag. There is a lag. Yes, Julia. Ladies, there is a lag. There is a lag. I'm not seeing your questions. And on my StreamYard, I don't see your names. So I'm just going to go through. So I just joined. Hello, are you finishing? Yes, we're wrapping up. I have the Mirena. What do I do? Okay. So Mirena is a hormonal contraceptive. So whether you're using Mirena or you're using a birth control pill, right? Those are all synthetic hormones that are going to upset the natural rhythm of your own hormones. So what you need to rethink about is either getting a IUD that's not hormonal, or using safety method, or asking your husband to help out. But long term, anything that's got synthetic hormones is going to create hormonal havoc inside you. Anything. Sun protection. You don't need sun protection. I never use sunscreen on my face. The only time I use sunscreen is if literally I'm at the beach. So if I'm at Inguna and I'm going to be out in, exposed to the sun for 8 hours a day, then that's when I use sunscreen, and I use natural sunscreen. You can get it at Black Lotus. Otherwise, my day to day, I never wear sunscreen because you need the sun. Like the sun is nutrition. Vitamin D, right? You need it for your face, you need it for your skin. You don't need it as a part of the conventional teaching of, the 3-step method of cleansing and toning and moisturizing your face and then slap on the sunscreen before you put on your makeup. No, you don't need any of that. And if you are somebody who is always at the beach, I don't know that any of us are these days, then that's when you would use it. I use it because I tend to burn easily, so I'm not worried about anything else except that when I'm out for 2 or 3 hours, my face will burn right here, my shoulders will burn, so that's what I use it for, but not because I'm afraid of the sun or I'm worried. On the contrary, especially conventional sunscreens have been proven to increase the risk of skin cancer. They don't actually help at all. Hello. Hi, ladies. Let me just make sure I'm getting everybody's comments here. No. Okay, hang on. Yeah, the internet today is wonderful. It's doing amazing, actually. Okay, anybody else have a question or a comment, ladies? I think I got through all the questions and comments. I'm not seeing any other ones come. Black Lotus. Oh, Julia, you're in Dubai, so don't worry about it. Black Lotus is a company in Egypt that makes all natural skincare products. For you, if you don't live in Egypt, ladies, I don't know who else besides Julia and Drania here. Message me and I can give you recommendations for other companies for natural skin products, whether there are things you can buy where you are, or if you have access to ordering, by all means, I would recommend Living Libations, which is the company that I've been using all of their skincare and hair products for the past 9 years. I would never give them up for any product in the world. But yeah, let me know if you are not in Egypt and you need some suggestions. Basma, how are we going to do the decluttering? Basma, I literally in module 2, I break it down for you. Room by room, exactly what to do for every single room, one by one. So you just need to go back and read your module. I tell you exactly what to do, what to throw out, what to keep, so that it's all you have to do is follow the instructions. It's all in the module. So you just need to go back to reading that. Julia, thank you. You're welcome. Anybody else? questions or comments for today? Will we have live calls? I'm guessing what you mean by that is, I don't know what you mean, but here's what I think you mean. Not in level 1, but when we get to level 2, we change the way that we have our weekly calls. So in level 2, what we do is we have a Zoom call where we all see each other. We do that in level 2. So in level 2, it's not so much me, they're not so much instructional videos as they are now, because right now you're still in that foundation of learning a lot of things. By the time you finish level 1, you've learned all the basics, so to speak. So when we get to level 2, yes, we have Zoom calls where I do a lot less instruction and it's more coaching. So each one of you will come in to the Zoom meeting and you will have a specific question, because by that time you would have already done the liver cleanse. You would have, seen and felt major differences in your body. Your mindset would have shifted. You're meeting a new version of yourself. So you have different questions. So the questions, they move away from like, right, am I eating this? Am I doing this right? Is it okay if this food is okay? This food is not okay. And the questions that start to come up in level 2 are literally about how you're living your life and your relationships and the next step for you in your career and the next step for you in the vision that you have for yourself. So we do those in a Zoom meeting setting. Yes. So it's more coaching, less instruction. And then also in level 2, you each get 2 one-on-one sessions with me. So because you've reached that new version of yourself and because you're seeing yourself in a new way, you might not necessarily know how to deal or what's the best way to take this new version of yourself forward. So you each get 2 sessions with me where we get to talk about just you specifically, what's happening with you and what you need support with. Let me know if that answers your question, Besma. Julia, someone mentioned the food list. Where is it, please? There is no food list, ladies. There is no food at all right now. There is nothing about food until module 3. If you are confused because you're also looking at the Inner Circle membership program that you got as a bonus, stop looking at it. You got that as a bonus for joining this program. That has meal plans, that has food lists, that has everything, but you don't need them now. This is for when you're done with this program, then you have that program as a follow-on program. But don't look at anything in that program right now. Not the modules, not the lessons, not the meal plans, nothing. Pretend it's not there. You don't need any kind of food instruction right now. You don't need any kind of food list right now. In module 3, you're going to get all of that information, which is in 2 weeks. So don't think about food at all. All you're focused on for the next 2 weeks is decluttering your skincare and tracking your menstruation. Besma says, yeah, perfect. All right. Anybody else have a question for me before I take off today? All righty. Yes. Okay, ladies. Everybody watching the replay, you know what to do. Post your questions below. Post your questions in the group. Email me if it's too private for the group. Keep showing up. Keep being here. Keep asking the right questions. Keep being vulnerable. That's how the change happens. Keep asking me for support. That's how I can do my job to help you make the change that you need. And I can't wait to see all of your decluttering photos. All right. Have a great day, ladies. Bye-bye.